The Grant County Sheriff's deputy shot in the back and left for dead is back home tonight, recovering with his wife.
Earl Romig spent a month in the hospital recovering from internal injuries and severe nerve damage to his legs. We have just received the 911 calls from the shooting in January, and you can hear the moment the dispatcher realizes it's a deputy on the other end of the line.
It's 50.
It's 50.
Yeah, 50, I'm hurt.
Oh, where are you shot at?
I'm shot in the leg, you gotta hurry.
Okay.
Get med shot, you can get anyone, get them life flight that you free of.
KXLY4's Erik Loney spoke to Earl Romig last night about his recovery, and the dramatic 911 tape's really just part of the story.
Yeah, I mean, he is surprising everyone with how fast he's recovering. He's already getting some feeling and movement back into his injured right leg. Now, he told me last night that his goal is to be back to work as a deputy in 8 months, but he told me he also knows this is a long, difficult road to recovery.
When the pain's on, it's on, and I mean, it's excruciating. And it's pain that I've never felt before ever in my life.
Earl Romig wants his right leg and his life back.
My goal is to be able to go back to work hopefully in about 8 months. So without a walker, without a cane, without crutches, I don't want any of that stuff.
5 weeks ago, the Grant County Sheriff's deputy worked out every day. He was in excellent physical shape. But on January 10th, he went coyote hunting by himself in a field outside Soap Lake when he was shot in the back by another hunter.
I see him and I'm screaming for help. You shot me, help me, please. God help me, And I look through my scope and he's just kind of looking back at me, just walking off, and he leaves.
That hunter was Robbie Joe Marcher, who drove off in a pickup truck, leaving Romig for dead. The bullet hit him in the back, ricocheted off his spine, and came out his stomach. Romig was alone and bleeding profusely.
I crawled probably about 20 yards at the most. I tried to stand up and use my gun as a walking stick. That didn't work. I kept falling down. I thought I'd been shot in the leg, just because when I was crawling in the snow, I'd have to, bend back and I'd throw my leg kind of in front of me to the side, and I'd crawl a little farther and I'd throw my leg and, I'd grab it and just keep throwing it. It was completely numb. I put my bipod down and tried to drag myself through the snow with my bipod. That didn't work either.
After struggling for more than 30 minutes, Romig said he laid down in the snow.
For some reason I sat up and I saw this truck down below. I looked through my scope, realized it wasn't the same truck, and then I fired that one last shot over the top of this guy's truck. He ends up stopping, gets out for some reason, and I just scream as loud as I can, help me.
The passerby called 911 and Romig took the phone to record a final message on the 911 tape.
I want you to tell me I love you so much, okay?
Earl, you're going to be fine, okay?
I know, but you need to hurry.
Earl, please hang in there with me, okay?
I just said my goodbyes to my fiance, and I just told her that I loved her and that I'm sorry that this happened. Please just go on and, with your life and whatnot.
Minutes later, more help started to arrive.
So I could hear the sirens by this time, and I just realized that, okay, they knew where I am, and now it's time to fight for my life and stay awake and do what I needed to do. And some of my other deputies, my coworkers, got there and kind of laid there with me in the snow and just comforted me. And
an ambulance raced Romig to the hospital in Moses Lake, where he was rushed into emergency surgery. He died 3 times on the operating table, but doctors were able to bring him back to life. The next day, he was flown to Harborview Medical Center in Seattle, where doctors repaired his spine. The bullet left him with severe nerve damage to his right leg and massive internal injuries.
So they ended up fusing my back together, like 4 of the vertebrae are fused together now, and there's these, if you can see the x-ray, there's these long rods and screws and stuff in my back now. And
it's holding your back together right now.
It's holding my back. It's going to hold my back together the rest of my life, yeah.
Romig spent a month in the hospital where he and his fiancée, Tammy Canfield, got married. And now she's his wife and head nurse.
It wasn't something I ever expected, but it's not something that is a big deal to me. I would do it for the rest of my life if I had to.
Romig returned home to Grant County last week, and his road to recovery continues. It will be a painful journey into the unknown.
The prognosis is that they don't know how much movement I'm going to get back in my leg. However, I've got a significant amount of movement already back and feeling back. We're just kind of waiting on my quadriceps to come back and the feeling in my knee, and then I'll be able to walk again.
He's strong-headed, so I know that he's going to be walking fast. He'll be walking sooner than any of us think and sooner than he thinks.
Romig's goal is to walk down the aisle for the couple's real wedding in June. Tammy will be at his side just like she is every night lying next to him in his hospital bed.
You know, we're married and we're supposed to sleep in the same bed too, so we didn't think it would be a twin bed, but but it's just, you know, I think it helps a lot to wake up at night and, you know, if he needs to, you know, his back rubbed or something to help the pain go away, I'm right there, you know.
As for Marcher, he's walking free tonight. He bonded out of jail after pleading not guilty to assault, failure to summon assistance, and illegal possession of firearm charges. He told authorities he thought he was shooting at a coyote, but Romig says, no way.
And there's no doubt in my mind that, you know, he saw me as a human being that day.
Now, we were unable to get a hold of Mr. Marcher for his side of this story. And one interesting point is Romig lost nearly 2/3 of the blood in his body. When he was rushed into surgery, they gave him 8 pints of blood, and the average male body holds between 10 and 12. So it is, they are truly calling this a miracle that he survived.
Yeah. Dying 3 times on the table before they brought him back.
Amazing. All right, Erik, thanks so much. And the community of Ephrata is rallying behind Earl and holding a benefit auction this Friday at the Ephrata Moose Lodge. It starts at 6 o'clock. The auction items include everything from vacation trips to wines and gift certificates. If you would like to watch our interview and listen to the 911 tapes of Earl, we have them posted for you on KXLY.com.